Text B. A Night Among the Trees. The writer of this review has just returned from a visit to the Tree Hotel, in northern Sweden. Recently, I watched a documentary film called The Tree Lover, all about the link between trees and people. In the film, director Jonas Augustsson says, "Imagine relaxing here on summer evenings." He's sitting in a treehouse he spent months building, looking out over a wide forest lit by the setting sun. And guess what? It turns out you don't have to just imagine it. Since the Tree Hotel in northern Sweden opened last month, you too can live out your childhood dream and holiday in a treehouse, surveying the landscape. I simply had to try it out. The well-hidden Tree Hotel is the creation of guesthouse owners, Britta and Kent Lindvall, who were inspired by Augustsson's film to create this back-to-nature retreat where guests can switch off and breathe more deeply. An area of forest behind their guesthouse had been sold for logging. Instead of waiting for the inevitable to happen in a country where forestry is such an important industry, they persuaded the forest's new owner to sell it to them. With help from various architect friends, they planned the innovative designs of the Tree Hotel, determined to demonstrate that the natural forest environment had value beyond supplying timber. On arrival, I was greeted by Britta, who explained, guests usually leave their luggage here and just take a small overnight bag to the tree houses. We want them to get the feeling that they're leaving one world behind. And Britta led me along a narrow path through a glade of birch trees, explaining as we walked why the couple want to share their passion for this beautiful forest environment with guests. We arrived at the Mirror Cube. The most striking of the tree houses, it's a glass box perched high in the forest. Like an architectural magic trick, it almost disappears into the foliage, so sharply are the surrounding trees reflected in it. Inside the Mirror Cube, like the hotel's other treehouses, facilities are fairly basic, not stretching much beyond an environmentally friendly toilet. Meals and showers are taken at the guesthouse, over 10 minutes walk away. Still, underfloor heating will keep it cozy through winter. Reflective cladding means no one can see in, but you can see out. You have an almost 360-degree view of the surrounding trees. There's even a window in the ceiling to look up into the sky. When I woke the next morning, it was a shock to find a bird seeming to be peering back at me through the glass. It was tempting to spend the day in my own little nest, but I wanted to explore. I went to take a peek at the cabin, a sleek, organically shaped space pod, touched down in the treetops about 50 meters from the Mirror Cube. Also sleeping too, this one has a huge viewing platform. In summer you can actually sleep out under the open sky, safe from mosquitoes as they don't fly 10 meters up in the air. Just behind it is the 4-person bird's nest, and the blue cone, scheduled for completion next month. A fifth and final treehouse in the collection, the UFO, opens at the end of October. Later, over breakfast, Kent talked enthusiastically about village walking tours where guests can stop for coffee, cake, and conversation. Unsurprisingly, given their deeply rooted commitment to the forest, the Lindvalls built the Tree Hotel sustainably. The Mirror Cube is even fitted with an infrared film, visible to birds only, that stops them flying into it, and activities such as noisy snowmobile safaris are definitely out. So, will I be visiting again? Absolutely.